Okay, the rational national. This is a response to you, David. Tried to be in touch with you to explain these things that you're confused about with your excellently researched blog. But again, like most people, you are disconnected from the reality of the human condition. Because what happened in the USA is exactly what's been happening in many countries around the world in the last many years. And it's the element of, a sociologist I was talking to a few years ago in my course, a master's degree course that I was giving that nobody wanted to sign up to because you need sentience and sapience or a desire for it so you can develop an egocentric worldview. I'm telling you this as somebody who ran for the Canadian Green Party, or attempted to. I'm not sure what the details are there, but so I told the sociologist in our conversation, we were saying how, Fox News was dividing families. There was a lot of misinformation and people were arguing a lot. And that turned into, because of a lack of life skills and critical thinking skills, it turned into divides where people don't even say the truth or are hypocrites about supporting Trump. So, of course, it's on election day you're going to see that the hypocrisy was there. They might vote for one or two things, but the thing is as the state of the human condition continues to devolve, people just want to see extreme measures because they know, for example, that Kamala is same old, business as usual. And intuitively, they do have some wisdom to know that's not going to work. So they're desperate. So I think the more fundamentalist or irrational a candidate will be, or even incongruent, inconsistent, even easily able to, for somebody studying for this, demonstrate cognitive dissonance, will continue to be voted in more and more in all sorts of elections all around the world. So I wanted to let you know, in case you didn't know about HsD yet, and you probably never will, like most people, because nobody wants to talk about what's wrong with our own species. Robert Sawyer, I wanted him to write a sequel to Calculating God some years ago, and maybe he didn't want to address this for personal reasons, because one of the topics of that book is challenging. And but the thing is that if there is, let's say, 100 species in the galaxy that have developed to a particular level where you would then assess them for what the things are that created their failure and self-destruction, or at least if they managed to leave some of them, their planet, what they left behind was, like spoiled brats leaving a movie theater kind of thing, is that they'd never addressed what was wrong up here. And so it wasn't a meteorite, it wasn't AI, it wasn't, something specifically going wrong in their biosphere, which they had nothing to do with. It was here. So that's what's happening to us. So let's say out of 100, I would have liked that he brought about, so it would bring it to our attention, I would have liked that he brought about the fact that out of 100 species in the galaxy who had reached a certain point and then self-destructed, taken on with them the devolution of their own biosphere. That's a pretty ridiculous thing to do, but that's how you assess for sentience and sapience, is how we treat our womb. Is that very much likely it would be, like I would say, 93% of these species that self-destructed, it'd be their own chauvinism, their own arrogance, their own delusions about who they really are, because that's so much easier to do than actually evolving critical thinking to self-assess as individuals and as a species. There's your answer, buddy.